Hi, and welcome to another little catch up. Hope you're all well and enjoying your day or night wherever you are in the world. Let's just chat a little bit about a few things. This first picture here that's come up, that's actually in my hallway. It was gifted to me by office staff where I work. As you all know, I work in the government sector here, and prior to that, I worked for child protection alongside the police force for many years. Now, my husband just did a little frame around it and popped the ribbon on it. If you think it looks a bit odd, that was his creativity. Got to give him 10 points for that, don't you? Now, in the job that I work in, you have to have a squeaky clean record. You have to have no criminal past or anything like that. You have to have police clearances. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, my brain's a little bit frazzled. Also, we get audited at the drop of a hat. Like, we can get audited. They can rock up at any time, take our electronics, go through our electronics, etc. It's just part of the job. Like, it has to be done. It's just part of the role. That's what you sign up for when you do the job I do. Now, they're well aware that I have a YouTube channel. They're well aware of my email addresses and everything that's on my electronics, whether it's my iPad, my laptops, my desktop, my phones, whatever it is, they've got everything. It's called Nothing to Hide. I only have this YouTube channel. I do not have any other YouTube channels. I do not have any other email addresses or whatever they're called when you comment on someone at whatever. I'm not very tech savvy. We have an IT team that does anything technical that I need to have done. The IT team does that. So I don't need to learn all that stuff. I don't even know how to edit. That's how illiterate I am. And really, I don't want to learn because that might sound stupid, but I've got so many other things going on in my role that it's just one thing I don't want to learn. Like, just hand it over to the IT team, let them do it. So anyhow, that's about me. The next little slide is a collector's plate. This is just a bit of memorabilia I've got in the house I thought I'd use for this particular video. This plate was gifted to me also by my son, and it's a collector's item. There wasn't very many made. Now, I've got lots of memorabilia in my house, in cabinets, and lots of old books and stuff from the royal family, ones that have come out. Now, what I was speaking about in the last episode, the first bit of that video was about, how do I put it, about hiring a private investigator. Now, the reason why I had to hire a private investigator, because I did get some death threats. Now, they weren't just little crappy things that were written on the internet or whatever. They were actual death threats. And obviously with our electronics that need to be gone through on occasions when we get audited, it cropped up, and then it was in my best interest to go down that rabbit hole. Now, I never even knew what a bot was or AI. Like I said, we have an IT team. That's their domain, not mine. If you want me to cook you a decent meal, I'm your person. If you want any other advice, I may have it for you. But anyhow, we went down that rabbit hole. We got private investigator, and then that investigator had to speak with another investigator or investigators overseas, and this whole shebang blew up. Like I said, I didn't even know what a bot was. But when I get this into my hot little hands, full on evidence, full on everything, I will present it, because I have two very good close friends who are news reporters here, and I trust them with this information because I've dealt with them in the past and they have not cut too much out of what you've said and spun it in their narrative, basically. So I do know that they will present the facts as they are presented to them. And because obviously it will be a legal thing, they're obliged to. They can't chop and change and whatever. Now, for my UK followers or listeners, I'm asking a bit of advice here. See, here in Australia, I don't know about you guys, but here in Australia, when I've recently put some submissions into Parliament, into the Senate, for a few things, a few issues, and here a lot of Parliament is live streamed on YouTube, so you can actually watch it. So the submissions that I presented, and other people presented for this particular thing, a live stream. So I can watch the live stream from Parliament and know if it's going to be passed through the Senate or if it's not, and their reasons why. Now, I don't know if that happens in the UK. I don't know if a law is televised over there, or do they let the public know? How does it work over there? Do you get told if a law has changed, or can the royal family, is my question, can the royal family go in, change a law, and not let the public know? Can they do that? Are they allowed to do that? If they pop something into Parliament, are you told if that law has changed? Now, the reason why I ask this, because there's a lot of talk of the body, birth of the body, and who can be an heir to the throne or be in a line of succession. Now, this is just a question I'm putting out there. Now, heirs of the body, they have to be legitimate, yeah? So it used to be that it was male. So the first male born could only be the heir of the throne. That was changed, I believe, 28th of October 2011. That was changed. So, it doesn't have to be a male. It doesn't have to be a male. That has to be the firstborn that be the heir of the throne. It can be a female also. Where am I going here? The ones that cannot be in the line of succession, or line of succession, or what am I trying to say? In the line of succession, or can claim like that they can't inherit stuff, are children born out of wedlock or adopted children. So if there's a child born out of wedlock or an adopted child, they cannot be in the line of succession, and they cannot, they're ineligible to inherit stuff. So they can't inherit stuff from the crown, property, jewellery, etc., I presume. Now, in my role, in both my roles, words are extremely important because you can get away with something on a technicality, right? It's just a word. One word could change the whole outcome of something. What am I trying to get out here? Does the words legitimate children who are born out of wedlock or adopted children are not eligible to succeed? It says nothing about surrogate children. Adopted is different to surrogacy. Because if you are a surrogate mother, you have the egg of the natural mum and obviously dad's parts, so that they don't have to legally adopt that child, do they? Or do they in the UK? Do they in America? So if a child or some children were born of surrogacy, can they still be in the line of succession? Is this few words stated in this law that I have here, are those few words, is that a game changer? I'm not sure. I'm asking the UK people because I know how things work here. But I don't know how they work over there or in America. I'm honest, I don't know. I've not had any knowledge of that. And I have to be honest, like, are those words? Because when you go to court, you can convict someone if there's no reasonable doubt. You have to have as much evidence as possible, because you can't then say, well, this happened, that happened, because then you're putting doubt in people's minds, yeah? Or into the case. Interesting. So what I'm trying to get at is, if those children were born by surrogacy, and this law here that I'm reading right in front of me says children born out of wedlock and adopted children are not eligible to succeed. It doesn't say anything about surrogacy. So we know times have changed. You know, different laws have come out for same-sex marriage. You can change your sexuality. I've known some countries that some young children as young as, say, 10 years old that don't want to be a girl anymore have a sex change, stuff like that. Has the monarchy changed the rules through Parliament? It's just a question. It's just me thinking out loud, to become more modern. Because there may be future heirs to the throne in 20, 30, 40, 50 years that cannot have children. You know, there might be a time where Princess Charlotte may be the next queen. Who knows what happens? I hope not, but you don't know what happens in life. So if she was going to be the next queen, another question. I have a mind that kind of ticks over a little bit. If she was unable to have children, would she then be allowed to have a surrogate child and that child to succeed the throne if it was the next in line? You see my questions here? You see what I'm trying to get at? Has the monarchy changed the rules without you guys knowing? Are they allowed to do that, or do they have to put it all out there? I would presume they would have to put it all out there. Like I said, here in Parliament, they live stream things on YouTube. You can download stuff. You can see, like I said, in the sector I work with, the laws change all the time. So you have to be on top of things all the time, because things change all the time. It's quite annoying, actually, to keep up with everything. But that's my question. If the word surrogacy is not in that transcript that I've just read, is that a game changer for the duo? Could they very well come back and say, well, we didn't want to disclose medical information and we've gone down this way, and yeah, that's how it happened. It's all good, it's fine. Because let's face it, they lived at Frogmore Cottage. How many times would they have actually seen the Queen or the King? Well, Prince Charles at the time. Because they're not like a normal family, are they? And they've said it themselves. You know, they kind of have to book in for. It's not like a normal grandchild to go, I'm just going to have tea and scones with my grandma. You have to book an appointment. She's busy. She's got meetings. She's doing her whatever she does or did, should I say. So it's not like they can just drop in on Granny, can they? Not like your children, my children, that can just drop in. They have to pencil it in. And they're all quite busy. And, you know, there's certain times of the years and certain times they pencil each other in to have breakfast together or catch up for afternoon tea, etc. They've said it themselves in interviews, the senior royals. So how many actual times did the Queen see Meghan, apart from engagements that they were at together? I think there was a church service or two. Do you think the Queen would have really had a great look at her belly? A question I have. And many of you have the same question. Now, it doesn't faze me none how those children came into the world. But do they belong where they belong? In the line of succession. If they do, it's all well and good. If they don't, well, tell us. I'm part of the Commonwealth. Tell us why they don't belong in there. Now, you know when they disappeared on their freedom flight, which I call the flight to failure, why the hell did Harry have to call upon his friends for a private plane? He had his own money. She apparently was worth 5 million, which I do not believe she was worth 5 million. She didn't own property. She didn't even buy her own car. That was gifted to her, and she wasn't making that much money on suits. So $5 million, yeah, I doubt it. But who knows? It could be true. So if they had planned it, which I feel obviously that Meghan planned to go get out of there as soon as she nabbed him, if they had planned it, don't you think they would have planned flights, a home to live in? They made it sound or look like they were kicked out really quick. Did the Queen know at the final hour and tell them to go? Along with her engagement ring that went missing. The middle diamond in that engagement ring was Princess Diana from Princess Diana's jewellery collection, with 2 other diamonds either side, one at either side, were from Botswana. She put out this story that she got it redesigned, and ironically, she got it redesigned like her first set of rings when she married her first marriage, Trevor. So did the Queen toss her out? That's my opinion. That's how I see it unfolded. Is that why she called her an evil witch? Do you think Meghan Markle markled herself? She markled herself. Because if she was very clever and could not carry children, if she was clever, they would have announced the pregnancy, the alleged pregnancy. Well, they announced that here in Australia, and straight away she was holding her belly. They would have announced it, then they would have put out a statement a couple of months later saying she's not feeling too good, she's not going to be in the public for a while. And then a baby would have come out from somewhere, and no one would have been none the wiser. But you see, the way Meghan portrayed it and the way Meghan conducted herself, she wanted everyone to have speculation. She wanted everyone to go, oh, is she? Isn't she? Why is she doing this? Why is she doing that? Because then she has more on the royal family. She can twist that. She can come out with, they made me do it. They made me hush up. I was going to be, I was going to be the racist person. They were racist. They were so embarrassed that I'm a woman of colour and couldn't have a child, allegedly. You see how she twisted the narrative of everything and how she markled herself? Because it only takes one turn of events, one statement, for it all to come out in the wash. Or is this going to be their own big bombshell? See, I've sat on that thought for a very long time. I've sat on the thought that they will come out with this big bombshell themselves. And will that be the next Netflix series? The truth behind the children. The truth behind how we were evicted from Frogmore Cottage. It's seriously like a movie. I mean, I used to read Agatha Christie's books, and this is a real whodunit. Isn't it? It's kind of creepy, isn't it? That a person could be so, I don't want to keep using the word narcissistic, so twisted in the mind. So everything she does is cosplay. She cosplays as someone else. It's like she has so many personalities and she just keeps playing someone else. I don't know where this woman gets her gall from. I don't know why she isn't embarrassed. I don't know how she thinks lies can continually be contained. In my opinion, she markled herself. And this is just getting closer and closer and closer to the truth. Because the more you blow up a bag, the more air you put into a bag, sooner or later it's going to bust. Now, the rumours have been out there for years. This is nothing new. We know it's nothing new. But wasn't it ironic that the news not long ago picked up that parody that Tom did with her pretending to be pregnant? When he's done that before, I'm not saying they're in good taste. I'm just commenting on this before anyone twists it and turns it into something else, because that's what the internet does. Isn't it ironic that they picked on that one? They can't say much, can they? Because they're running afraid of being sued. They're running afraid of being sued. But is it because we're waiting for a bombshell to happen from the couple? I'm not talking about the royal family. I'm talking about Meghan and Harry. Is this actually going to be their own blockbuster? Put aside the royal family. Pop them aside out of your mind. Is this going to be their blockbuster? Because you know that if they come out with this, yes, they're going to be discredited all around the world, but they are going to make billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. Because there will be books, there will be movies, there will be sequels. They are sitting on their own hot topic, waiting to explode. That is in my opinion. So, by doing that, if that was the case, Miss Meghan markled herself. They might make billions of dollars, but they may as well go live on an island on their own, because no one will want to know them at all. Just some food for thought. Also, the little community post I did today to clarify that, I know exactly where all those things are coming from. It's kind of disgusting. Like, why put me in the mix? I'm not going to keep banging on about it. Like I said, I'll go through the legal proceedings. Doesn't bother me one bit. Hope you can't hear the whippersnapper or the lawnmower. I have a groundsman here today doing some cleaning up of the garden. Sorry if you can hear him. I'm not going to keep going on about it. Does it affect me? Absolutely not. People can say what they like, but say the truth, because lies always come out, whether they're Markle family lies, Meghan Markle family lies, other people's lies, they all come out. Whatever you do by night will see the daylight. My father always said that. Be careful what you do, so then you can sleep tight at night. Anyhow, having said that, let me know what you think. Let me know if you think that we're onto something here. Not something new. Their own bombshell. Their own narrative, how they're going to spin this story. If it's true. Like I said, the rumours have been out there for years. There was a YouTuber years ago. I've only actually started watching her probably in the last 6 months. But she was one of the first ones that came out to say about it. And they followed suit. Everyone followed suit and could see, like millions and millions and millions of eyes that have seen things happen. You can't deny that. But when your ears hear something, you can deny that. Is it the truth? Is it not the truth? Etc. But when you see things with your own eyes, that's when it's the truth because you've seen it. Like I said, when you hear stuff, it's a different thing. You can take it as a grain of salt, do your own research, make up your own mind, etc., etc. There's one YouTuber who's been going on about it for a very long time. Again, I've only been watching her for about 6 months. She's pretty good too. You see, I don't name new YouTubers because I'm smarter than that. You only have to look up whatever and you can find whatever and see what other YouTubers have to say. Like I said, some of them are really, really, really good. I enjoy watching them. Anyhow, chat to you soon. Bye.